We begin with breaking news. President Donald Trump has commuted the federal sentence of Larry Hoover, founder of the Chicago street gang, the Gangster Disciples. Hoover has been serving multiple life sentences and in a maximum security prison in Colorado for the murder of a 19-year-old neighborhood drug dealer. He is also serving a 200-year sentence in Illinois.
Why was the neighborhood drug dealer part added in though?
Neighborhood drug dealer. He is also serving a 200-year sentence in Illinois, but it's not clear if he'll be moved back to Illinois to reserve what remains of that sentence. Hoover's son, Larry Hoover Jr., posted this photo on Instagram, a White House official holding the commutation with the president's signature. Much more on this breaking news story coming up at 5 and 6 o'clock.
Crazy looking signature. All right, people. So there you have it. That is the breaking news. Donald Trump has decided to commute Larry Hoover's sentence. Larry Hoover is doing life. That's what it really was. It was just life. But to have your sentence commuted is basically like an act of clemency, which is like technically like just an act of leniency. They're being merciful, right? He's been in jail this long, so three things can happen. They'll either reduce the amount of years he has left on the time that he's been serving, which is multiple life sentences. They can say, okay, you got 5 years left. Or they can say you have time served, which means you get out immediately. Time served, every day you've been in, that's the time you served. You don't need to serve anymore. Or they'll give you parole. Any three of these does not take away the crime itself and the fact that you have been found guilty of said crime. Does not take away that. It just changes the punishment for you. That's all. So if you didn't know, now you know. Larry Hoover may be getting out of jail soon. Now, Donald Trump is president. And Donald Trump is loved and hated by so many. But with a move like this, this is a gang leader who has done major reforms since being in prison, especially for the Gangster Disciples. Now, this right here is where I become the cultural translator for most. Gangster Disciples started in Chicago. Larry Hoover is like founding father type situation. Like, there would be no Gangster Disciples without him. And the structure in which they has been mimicked and copied forever. Now, like any other gang out there, you do have a few rotten apples, and they decide to do things that make the whole gang look bad. So he had to pay the price for that, being the leader of said gang. And it just never got better. Once they locked him up, it seemed like they kept adding on charges, and he's just there. So with him being released, what does this mean? He's denounced his role as leader of the Gangster Disciples many years ago. He's pled with the current gang members of the Gangster Disciples to put aside their violent ways and things like that and focus on the ways in which they were taught originally, which stem from Black Panther and community restorations and things like that. So with him being possibly released, because we don't know what's happening yet, what do you think is going to happen with that? Do you think, and I mean, I feel like the young generation is very far removed. They don't like being told what to do. So having this man come out and say anything to them will probably infuriate the masses. They're not going to go for it. It'll be the people my age who, I don't know why they would be, but still are out there in the streets doing what they're doing. It would have to be them to help and try to transition everyone, because the young folks are not going for it. I can guarantee you that. But that's breaking news, man. Oh, yeah. Have a good day, y'all.